Okay, before we get into the introduction, when I decided to do this video, I didn't think it was this many books. We're gonna be here for a while. Hey everyone, it's me, Kiana, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I decided to do a video that I saw basically just going around, and it is all of my to-be-read books I have that I physically own on my bookshelves. If you notice, I am missing a lot of books. Oh my god, this is a lot. I didn't think it would be a lot. I'm just gonna do this randomly because the pile is like really high and it's kind of freaking me out. So let's just go ahead and get started. The first book that I have that I need to read is Crooked Kingdoms by Leigh Bardugo. I bought this last year for my 17th birthday and I still haven't read it, and it's been over a year. I read Six of Crows last summer. Absolutely loved it. Wanted to get this book. Got the book, and I still don't know why I haven't read it. And it's kind of annoying me. This next book isn't like, I just recently got it. I read the first book in August, and that is Rebel Springs by Morgan Rhodes. This is the second book in the Fallen Kingdom series. I just recently bought this. I plan on reading this next month because I absolutely love the first book. So yeah. And then the third one that like annoys me that it's still on here is The Blood of Olympus by Riordan. This is the fifth and final book in the Heroes of Olympus series, and in order I need to finish this because the next book I have that I want to read is Trials of Apollo, The Hidden Oracle, which I won in a giveaway from Emma Books over here on YouTube, and I still haven't read it, so I need to finish this so I can read this and then get the second book, and it's annoying me. So the fifth book I got for my birthday last year as well. And I still haven't read it, and that is Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. I didn't know that this existed until I went on YouTube and saw that a lot of people recommended reading this book first before reading the duology, and I still haven't read it. And it's been over a year. And it's really starting to annoy me because it's not that long, and I don't know why I haven't read it yet. So the next one my friend gifted to me about a month ago, and that is 3 Dark Crowns by Kendara Blake. This I want to read. She said she absolutely loved it, and I don't know why I haven't read it, but this is about basically the 3 princesses. They're separated at birth, and they all have 3 separate powers that they are trained, and then when they're 16 they basically fight to the death to find out who is the queen. The sequel just came out last month in October, and I still haven't read this, so what is wrong with me, guys? The next one I just bought, so you gotta give me time, and that is The Dreadful Tales of Prosper Redding by Alexandra Brackett. I really have not read anything by Alexandra Brackett. This is going to be the first book I read. I wanted to read this in October. I didn't have no time because I had midterms in October, so I'm planning on either reading this next month as well because I go on vacation. But this is just basically about a boy named Prosper, and his great son and grandfather made a deal with the devil to basically make his family rich and famous, and then when it's time to collect the payment, the whatever the grandfather just doesn't go for it, and so a demon locks himself in Prosper's body. And I don't know if this is just going to be a standalone or if it's going to be like an entire series, but yeah. So this one right here, I've been wanting to read this since I bought it in September, and as you can see, it's Prodigy by Marie Lu, and I read Legend back in January and loved it because I got it for Christmas last year, and I still haven't read this, and I loved Legend, and I need to hit myself over the head with this because I want to read it. Then the next one, I'm currently listening to the first book on Audible, and that is Days of Blood and Starlight by Laini Taylor. This is the second book into the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy, and I am loving the first book. I never thought I was going to get around to read it because at first when I read the books it was boring, but then getting the audiobook of it made me want to read it, and so I'm excited to finish the first one because I know for a fact if I love the way it ends, I'm jumping straight into this one. Wow, this is so much books. The next one I just bought last month for my birthday, and that is This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. I have this on my November TBR, so by the time this goes up, it's going to be a little while before my November wrap up, and I hope that I have at least started this by then. This is the last book in the trilogy that I wanted to read, but my local library didn't have, and that is The Winner's Kiss by Marie Wachowski. I think that's how you say her name. This is basically wrapping up what happens in the Winter's trilogy. I cannot spoil you anything, but I'm going to do a reread because I cannot honestly remember what the hell happened in the first 2 books. Help me. I bought this one and I honestly don't know if I'm going to read it because I read it back in October. And that is Aragon by Christopher Poloni. All I know is about a boy and a dragon going on an adventure. That's honestly all I know. I do not know if I'm going to keep this. I do not know if I'm going to read it, but I want to, you know. The next one, my friend bought it for me for my birthday, and I just love it because I've been dying to read this series, and that is A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab, and this is the collector's edition, U.S. collector's edition. And when he gave this to me, I was like, this was so expensive because, like, you know, it tells you the price right here, but can we just talk about how beautiful, oh my god, beautiful this is? And it comes with its own little, like, tabby. I'm going to read this next month because I started reading it on ebook form and I did not like it, so I actually have a copy now so I can read it. Wow, a lot of you guys are gonna yell at me for not reading this, but it is, let's see if I can hold all of it. Ooh, ooh, wow, that went down. I go it down. It is the entire, wow, I still can't do this. Ooh, let's see. Okay. Now. The next 6 books I need to read. The entire Mortal Instrument series by Cassandra Clare. I'm going to put this down because they're hurting my entire, both my arms. Whew. As you guys know, I read the Infernal Device trilogy back in basically this entire summer. I spent reading it because I had them and I was like, I'm gonna read these. And I had the first book to the Mortal Instrument series, and then I started collecting all of them this year, and I still don't know why I haven't read them. But yeah, yell at me to read those. And then the next one is The Bane Chronicles by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Reese Brennan, and Maureen Johnson. This is basically his stories that take place, I believe, after City of Heavenly Fire, so I cannot read this until I read City of Heavenly Fire, and I'm annoyed. Okay guys, last 2 books are by the same author, and it is Winter and Heartless by Marissa Myers. This is the last book in the Lunar Chronicles series, and it's basically Snow White retelling, and I don't know why I haven't read this, but I'm gonna tell you right now. This book is 823 pages, and it's the Bible thin pages. 83 pages. Bible thin pages. I have not read this, and I honestly don't know when I'm going to get to it. And then when it comes to Heartless, I got this back in June, and it's what is it called? It's gonna come to me, Queen of Hearts retelling. I read like the first chapter and loved it, but I don't know why I didn't continue it. So these are all my unread books. I don't know how I'm going to put this in a thumbnail, but I'm going to try. Comment down below if you need to read any of these books and we can buddy read them together. And I will see you next time with a new video. Bye-bye.